Thank you very much to everyone who is on. I know the message went out late, um, but good evening and assalamu alaikum. Rashida will be on. Rashida will just be a few minutes late, so I'm starting off the session, and I'm sure everyone has seen the topics for tonight. We're looking at the week that was. That is number one, and then we're going to be looking at attitude to make the business work. I think I've got it a bit, the wording a bit back to front, but it is your attitude for in your business. So what I'm going to start off with the week that was. Remember, we started off by looking at every week to see how well we're doing and to keep track of what we're doing, because that is ultimately what we want to see. We want to keep track of, and it's just just a way of teaching us how to look at ourselves and not to forget about your business in the first couple of days or the weeks, and leave everything to the end of the month and then get worried and whatever. So what I'm going to say from my side, I think we had a pretty exciting um, week, and people who are not on um, our our group. That's another group. That's a smaller group from the bigger Hayes Wilson group. I was very excited when I got the message from the director in our team and congratulating the Khans. I almost wanted to scream, not even shout, scream it out. That is how excited I was, but my son would have thought, what's wrong with my mother? So I just had to send the message. I'm excited for them, and they can talk um, about it themselves. But it just shows one thing, that it's never too late. Sorry, it's never too late to to catch up. And what we always hear from Hazel is, put it out there. If you want to be a director, put it out there. Nobody's going to hold the gun against your head and say to you, but you didn't make it for how many months? You want to become a director, and you need to write it everywhere on your phone, places where you open your cupboard, your side of the cupboard. Call some the director. Just see it, because once your brain starts seeing it, your heart, it will get in, it gets into your heart. And once your heart starts accepting it, the brain is going to read it and you're going to act it out. And this is all, and I don't want to talk about it because this is part of attitude. I think their wins, their win this month was because of their attitude, and they committed themselves, and they showed what they wanted to do. And it wasn't easy, and I'm sure they can tell us all about it. So I think because of them, I am very excited for what we did. But not only the Khans, the team, our team um, did better this month than, because we had a bit of a lag or slack in our team. But our team has really been great. So I'm not gonna keep you people there, because it's if anyone and everyone who wants to say something about the month, the week that was, because the month is not at the end yet. All those who had 100 PV by 12 midday today, they can still place their orders um, by tomorrow, until tomorrow. And sometimes they still have the benefit, if God allows, to hand in on Tuesday if they want to reach their status or take the next step. So anyone in the team that wants to say something about the week that was, or the month. Can I call Gail? I see Gail's name here. So Gail,
Hi, Kusum. Hi, everybody. Yes,
thank
this
you, Gail.
was a very, very exciting month, but it was also a very challenging month for me and my team. So, what I want to say is, yeah, once again, we qualified again, and I can just thank the Lord for that. And you know what stood out for me in this whole month with me and my team is consistency. And the consistency is what brings you to a successful month. Because if you're not consistent in what you do, you will never be successful. And that I've learned over the few months. You remember, I also didn't make my target a month or two ago, but I couldn't believe that I didn't make it. But then I saw what was happening, and then I just redid everything, and I start being consistent again. And that is for me. Um, as we have started this year, it is discipline and action, because you won't be able to be successful if you do not take action. And all of the training that we had, and all of the knowledge and everything, but we, as like Isa always say, sometimes we knowledge constipated, but we don't put it into action. And yes, Kusum, you are right. And when it comes to this, then it's something to be excited about. And we need to speak what we want. We need to speak who we want to become, because otherwise it will also not take place. But thank you, and I'm very excited for you and your team. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Gail. I'm just excited for you because we all in your life is we one big family. If the one is happy, the rest of the team is happy. So I want to encourage those who are not, who sometimes feel they don't want to be here, they don't want to be around because they didn't achieve what they set out to achieve. Just remember, we all have that month or months that things just don't work our way. We don't look at what went wrong. We look at what we want to achieve, and we are still around. And it's a nice feeling when you're around near lifers, because we don't look down upon one another. We encourage because we all had that experience. So can I go to the next one? Can I perhaps call on the cons? Just about how their week was, or even if they feel they want to talk about their month. Don't talk too much about the attitude you had towards the business, because that we're going to leave for Rashida. Okay, over to you.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening to everybody.
Alaikum salam.
And shukran for inspiring us to show us that there is actually greater things that is awaiting us, all of us in the business. Well, the past week was actually very daunting. It was, we had our sight on reaching senior manager level, and it was almost like it's there. You can feel it, you can smell it. It's almost like you can touch it, but you're not getting there. And we were like PV short, and we were PV short, and I was like sort of daily looking at the status, and you know how we are like sort of 80% there. And you know, it was like I want to be. I think we need to move on. I think we've been in a rut for a while, so we need to actually take that next step. And then on Saturday, like we have a Saturday like exercise class, right? So on Saturday, while we were actually asked, like we asked the instructor if we could actually demonstrate one or two of the products, because it's an exercise class, we can't take over the whole thing. And then what actually happened is, you know, the partnership is great to have a partnership. And but Shade believing in us so much, he said to me, okay, I'm going to do the presentation in like speaking, like he was doing that. And I was doing the demonstration of the LDC. And we had about, I think it was over 50 people in the hall. And you know, it isn't easy speaking in front of such a lot of people. So it was so nice that he had the idea of calling up a volunteer just to be able to taste the water so that they can taste that it is clean water that we're using and we're not Scallop is putting in some solution in the water to show them that this product like works in such a way now. So Shahid did that. He tested the water and the volunteer tested the water in different separate glasses, like at the same time they were drinking it. And she assured everybody that it was like sort of clean water, you know. And then he spoke about the LDC and we had the broccoli there and then we showed them how to sort of clean the broccoli and, you know, because I just think broccoli is just the best way to show how well the LDC is cleaning. And then what actually happened is, so I did the demonstration, like, you know, the actions and whatever with the person, and Shade was doing the speaking. And it went so well. It went so well that the instructor said, we didn't even realize that broccoli had like a layer over it because he's also loving broccoli, but like to him, he learned such a lot, you know? Yeah, and people were stunned to see that the water was like at first running over the broccoli and then after treated with the LDC, how it actually ran like right through type of thing. And then Shahid had to go and do a trip. And he's like saying to me, are you leaving with me now? Or, you know, after now, this is not after our presentation. And now the exercises is going to is going to start now. And then he said to me, like, are you going to leave with me? I'm like thinking to myself, where's the follow-up going to be? If I'm going to leave with you, I'm like, no ways I'm going to leave with you. I am going to phone my son after this and I am going to let him come and fetch me because this is in Saudi State and he's staying there. So in any case, then it happened so that Shade left and I'm sitting there and I'm like really making dua, praying that, you know, there will be people that will be like interested that will come speak to me afterwards. And I tell you, as I went to sit down, Shade left, and the one man is saying to me, have you got a card machine here? And lo and behold, we left the card machine at home. But I said to him, I have a card machine. Like, you know, we can actually, when, like, I can actually do the card transaction with him and after that and whatever. And then he actually said to me, okay, get me the products for Monday, deliver it to me, and then I will actually, like, you know, we can do the transaction. But he gave me his address and everything. And then so many people came to speak to us, to me actually, because Shade was now not there. And it was so overwhelming. But there was like so many people that also knew us, right? So it was very comforting that there was like, you know, like familiar faces and things like that. And then as I walked out of there, like everybody now gave their orders and things like that that they want now for the new month and whatever. And I must bring next week, I must bring this and that, whatever, like, you know. But now I'm speaking to the people off the chat, the main chat. I'm speaking to them like personally chatting to them. So what actually happens is then I had to wait now for my son. And as while I was waiting for my son, one of the ladies that came out, I just thought to myself, Auntie Hazel is always saying to us, speak to more people, just keep on speaking to more people. And this lady came out of the lift, and I'm like, yeah, this looks like someone that I can speak to. And I'm like, still now I'm carrying my stuff outside because I want to now wait in the parking lot for my son. And while I'm waiting there, she comes and packs her stuff in the car. And I asked her, can I have one moment of your time? And I like just started speaking to her, but I wanted to tell her more about it, but I can see she's also busy. Can I take her details and, you know, phone her? And she said to me, but like I gave her a little bit of the Neolife, you know, what the products and the business opportunity, there's a business opportunity as well. She said, please call me. I want to hear more about it because we never have enough money. And you know what actually happened? It's like we hit a wall because our team was just not making it. Like it's like no matter how much you're trying to get them to sort of be more motivated. It's like you don't get them to sort of buy in, you know. And then I thought to myself, like, what we always need to do is speak to new people because we need new blood constantly. And that is actually awakening the team, having new blood all the time. So yeah, we started the year at senior manager level, and also to tell you the truth, I'm so hungry. I'm actually knowing what I want to do tomorrow morning already. So yeah, can't wait to see you guys tomorrow to get more motivated. And thanks to all of you for always just believing in us. Thank
Wow,
you.
wow, 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 wow. I can only get excited and more excited for you because you had your eye on the on your goal. You're going to get to senior manager no matter what the PV says. And you made it. Well done, well done. That was a very nice story. That you know, if you didn't share your experience with me before you got to take that step, then I would not
Yes,
have. I would have just said yes. Thought maybe that you just worked harder, but
yes,
this is something that you were really craving for, and you wanted to do it, and you got it. But I don't want
yes,
to talk about attitude too much because you're gonna have to
no.
come. You and your husband will have to come back on attitude.
Okay,
Yes.
thank
So Judy, would you like to come in? Thank you, thank you. Shukran. Yes, Mina.
Um, don't favor us now, please, Kulso.
Yes, it's
You
all
must
the
please.
team. Yeah,
No,
I'm very unfair.
let
Um,
Marlene speak and
yes,
Natty
man,
and
I'm so
I.
sorry. But I did get Gail in. You're putting me on the spot now. Okay. But Judy, okay, you have the floor. Just short because I see Rashida's back. She can tell me if she's ready to take over this as well.
Okay. Sure. I am super, super excited for our team, really. It's it's like my team, but Coolsome, it's your line. It's your leg that is doing it, that's running. I was so excited when I saw even Miriam. Miriam is almost by 1,000 as we speak. Tomorrow she can still do whatever. Anything can happen. Just Mina and Abby. I can't believe it. That was for me a miracle when David told me, "Hey, just see," I said, "Oh my word, just Mina and he they did it. They did the almost impossible, but nothing is impossible by God. Okay, we know that. But I
Of
am
course.
super excited for them. Oh my head. I'm gonna talk to just Mina tomorrow. I can't wait. And then Fauzia. Fauzia's almost by 2,000. She's by 1,900. Fauzia just need a few PVs to make 2,000. I'm telling you, she's not on, but the team was running. I was looking at this Rashida is already, she made a status. Rashida's actually over, but Coolsome. I'm telling, I didn't want to say your name, but I'm telling you, you did super well. Because you did not only make your status, you actually almost by director. So this need to be celebrated. I think our team really need to have a small celebration because everybody works so hard. And Rashida, I mean, I said Rashida already, but there's so many that was running in your leg, Kulsum. Huh? You're over 3,000. Huh? You and because of the hard work of the leg, obviously me and David made it. And we only got the team to thank. Who else can you thank but the team? So cool. So I'm too excited for words. I need to really stop because this was a great month, a very great month, and feedback to even to Lebo. That's always hammering us, Lebo. And I think that Hazel is super glad and super excited for us, you know, and well done to your leg also, your team, Gail. Well done. Thank you, Kulsum.
Thank you very much, Judy. Can we move on to someone from quickly, Natalie? Natalie, would you like to just give a little feedback of your month or your the week that's passed? Natalie, you can open. If Natalie's not ready yet, we're going to give you an opportunity because I think your team has also done very well. Can we go to Marlene? Is it Marlene Makker? Can we go to Marlene Makker? If Marlene Geertz is also there, we can always ask her later. Can
Hi,
people?
good evening.
Oh, there you are. Thank you.
Evening, everyone. I
Good
think
evening.
we also had a good month. Last month, the team was a bit despondent and people just wanted to give up, and everybody have their challenges. So we started off the month with a new take off. So I don't know if you know home cells in the church. We start off with going to everybody's home. We get a chance to go to somebody in the team's house, and then we made like posters and make it like a team building, and invited like everyone. I invited my clients from the clinic. I invited my friends. I invited downlines, and my house was just packed with people. There was about 18 people at my house. And then we had training and we had meeting and we had demonstrations, and wow, other people were excited for our team building. They were so excited to belong to a team, not even knowing that they not even downlines yet. So few people signed up, and then my other downline started the next month, and she had a house call at her house with a poster, and everybody went to her house. So now I have another one that wanted to go to her house. So we just meet new people and new people and new people. So yes, I think we also had a good month, and I think for me it was the best month because um, I work more amongst my team members, me and my upline. We make sure that we contact every single one, far and near, and even the downline in PE, those in Northern Cape, we were constantly in contact with them. And I think if you are hands on with your team, you are successful, and um, people feel important and they don't feel alone, and they feel there's help from somewhere. So yeah, I think maybe next month we will be better and celebrating like your team, Kulsum. I see tonight it's just your team. And I think, yeah, in Hazel's absence, we are really doing well. Normally, when the mother is gone from the house, the children is naughty. But in this house, I see when the mother left, the children actually take responsibility. And wow, I think Hazel must be very proud of us all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Marlene. Marlene, but I can say the mother is not completely gone. The mother's just around the corner, the way it sounds when she calls you. But thank you very much, Marlene. Well done, well done. And it just shows, like you said, working with the people gives you the vuma that you want to do more because you can see the benefit. And they feel that they are part of a team. Even those that you invited who is not even part yet, they felt part of a team. And I think that is what people need. Why do people do drugs? Because they feel they're part of a group. Mostly that's one of the reasons. They feel ousted somewhere else, but here people invite them into the group. So I think what you were saying is so right, that we need to get people to come to a team and see what is happening. So thank you for that. Thanks, Marlene. Okay, is Natalie available? Natalie or Justine? Is Justine? Okay, we need to move on.
Sorry, Auntie
Oh, there is
Kasam, I'm
Nat-
in the meeting. I can't talk now.
Okay, no problem. Let's see if Justine is available. I don't think Justine is available. Let's go to
Russell.
anyone who wants to come up and just have something exciting or something that we can learn from. It doesn't have to also be like the teams that we heard now that's doing so well. It can be something that you've put in your effort and you still feel that tomorrow and tonight is still there for you, and probably even Tuesday.
Hi, Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. Can I speak?
Please do. Walaikum salam and welcome back. You're back from an exciting event, and here you are.
Yes, Alhamdulillah. Firstly, just I haven't been following the chat. Is the meeting tomorrow, not Tuesday?
Not Tuesday, because it's in case you want to, because it's month end. It's
Okay.
the second day, so it's tomorrow. In case you want to put in, there's people who want to put in late orders and do WhatsApp orders, and then they're right there at the DC to do it. If they
Okay,
don't do
so
it
you guys,
online.
shukran. So you can sing me happy birthday on Tuesday virtually. So Tuesday is my birthday, inshallah.
Would have been my
So
mother's.
okay, so you gave me off. So what can I say? June was very much a testing. June was for me, we are in July. So June was for me after almost a year. I'm here a year now in my neo life business. And I've never had the test of my life as June gave. But that didn't break me down. I moved on. I did my follow-ups. And yeah, I couldn't even get to and I'm being open. I could not get, for whoever was there, I could not get to my 100 PVs. So forever, it was just keeping, and yes, the mother hen is gone, but also not gone. And you have to really pick yourself up and push yourself and trust it in God. And I had 2 markets this month. Alhamdulillah. Last week, it was not of what was coming into the money, but was exposure. And I didn't let that down. And today, this market, I must have not have gotten it, but it was planned for me. And I had the most ball of a time. But besides that, I worked very hard. Alhamdulillah, I covered my 330s this month. I have reached, I am qualified. Don't worry, I need to put it through people. So yes, alhamdulillah, so whoever is going to be by my upline, I hope that's going to help and we all move upwards. And it was an amazing adrenaline. I'm telling you, I didn't know if I was coming or going. And I had amazing leads and so forth. So people, the testers does work. And it's literally a year of marketing. And you can see the fruits are coming. So you hang on, you believe, and you push forward. And my upline, my mother hen said to me, just qualify. Just move it step by step. You're going to get there. And from having people less than 100 PVs, I am qualifying my status again, alhamdulillah, and we are moving. So all I can say is I'm an adrenaline high. I've got a lot of people to follow up. If people does ghost me, that is fine. There is a lot more that I talk about. So yes, this is a blessed journey for me, alhamdulillah. Thank you, everyone.
I almost want to shout on this, like I wanted to do with the cons, because Mariam wasn't there time, and like you said now, that you couldn't even make 100 PV. Is that not an encouragement for us on this group? That it can become a better month for you if you just keep staying next to the fire. I mean, life was just the wind was just blowing you from one side to the other side. Look what you did now. I mean, you could tell us now that you have actually reached your target. You've made it. And your step, you qualified in your step. And that is what you said, what Hazel said to you, just qualify, qualify. And what does that once again show you? If you want to do it, you tell your brain, it's in your heart. Your brain is going to get that message to make your actions work. There's no miracle about it. You're your own miracle. You cannot go for anything to someone to give you that kind of energy. You need to have that energy yourself. So you people are a real encouragement tonight that if you want something, nothing can stop you. You are the only one that will stop yourself. And if it doesn't happen now, you're on that roller coaster because it's going to come to next month. But you work until the very last. And don't worry who up must get or not get. Because remember, your up, if your up didn't work and you're on the same level as your up gets absolutely nothing from you. So don't worry. Look at where you want to be. And I'm excited for all of you. Well done. Well done. Let's give it now to one, and don't feel threatened because everyone had such beautiful outcomes. Let's hear from Ndebo. You're very new in the business, but how did you find your month or your last week? Ndebo, you're open. You can take the floor.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Kasna. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I my week I did work, but yeah, nothing. It was not so good, but I'm still pushing. I'm calling the people. I'm calling my contacts. Yeah, I'm still calling. Thank
Ndebo,
you.
did you have one
Hello.
sale? Did you speak to one person at least in this month or had one sale?
Yes, I did have a sale.
Wow.
And I did.
Then I want to congratulate you. Because if you were not in the business, by the time you spoke to someone or had a sale, had shared a product, a person had bought from you, do you think you would have started to make a difference in somebody's life? So you have made that difference in someone's life. And the people that you spoke to, you have educated them or left the seed there for it to grow. So well done. I am excited about you, not because I welcomed you, but because of what you did. No one's a little bit of effort to tell someone, this is what New Life is about, or this is what the product can do if in a demonstration. You cannot discount that to zero. Never, ever. Because you left that seed with that person. And that is why I'm excited for you. So keep doing what you did. Remember, Mama is overseas, Mama in, but she is as available as anyone in Cape Town. She can just not be with you, but she is available online, and you know that. So well done. Keep doing what you did. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Wisdom. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Anyone else that would like to take the floor? Please, people, I think we're running late and Rashida is on. So I want to hand to Rashida. Shukran, Rashida.
Okay.
Russell is back
Okay.
now. So maybe Russell can give feedback and then you can take over from Russell. From there. Ooh, Russell, how deep awesome.
Yeah, no, I have to go help Kenzo quickly. Sorry, guys. So, evening, everybody. I had I would say it's productive in its own way the last month or two, because I've been finding ways to keep track of my follow-ups using AI and Claude and that. And just before the meeting now, because I'm logging everything on it, I asked it to give me like a summary of the last few weeks and month of my activity that I can give feedback on. So and I also asked it to tell me which day I met the person, and then like a summary of sort of where we are now, or when we're meeting again, what's the status of that prospect. So, for example, I met one prospect while putting in fuel. This was the week as we came back from Bloemfontein. And that was, sorry, on the 20th of June after a night shift. And it was just something that this person said to me that I just asked him, have you ever started a business before? Or something to that effect. And he started telling me about this poultry business and this and that. And I was so tired after night shift, and he was almost done with the fuel, putting in the fuel for me. So I said to him, look, I'm not going to chat much now. I must go sleep. I come from night shift. But if you're interested, I've got something that might interest you, etc. And this past week now, I met up with him and did a one-on-one with him. And he's very excited to get started. Just need to follow up again in this next week now to set a date for him. To get started on that. Then there was the other person also at the petrol station, but at a different one when I was on my way home from soccer again. Same name as the previous guy. I'll introduce them when they get started, and they can tell their own stories as to how we met. And again, also met up with him this week. Two guys within 3 days that have the same name, both at the same, both at the BP petrol station. Both very excited about the information that they got. So I've been doing much better with keeping track of my follow-ups, like I say, with some of the other older prospects, some of the downlines that are maybe struggling to get going on their side, that I'm trying to help them. And then, so for some people, there's always a challenge of time. There's always a challenge of time. And I remember in the trainings that we've had so far over the years, there was always this concept of maybe the timing wasn't right the last time they started up in the business. And so I've become very patient when it comes to that sort of thing, but I'm also trying to become more wise in terms of spending a lot of time with those people then. So trying to be more productive in the time that I do spend with people. And one of the ways that I decided I need to do that, because in 3 days I did 2 one-on-ones, but the amount of time I spent on those 2 one-on-ones was quite a bit. Because it's not just the hour that you spend with the person, it's the time preparing, the time going there, time you spend with them, which is maybe an hour, could be 2 hours, depending on how deep the conversation goes. And then after that as well, I tend to be very drained after just meeting with one person. And I thought to myself, look, in the time that I spent now preparing and talking and afterwards recovering from the meeting, I should be speaking to more than one person in that same time, basically. So even those people that I met with, I asked them to bring somebody with as well, even though it's the first time we're meeting. Unfortunately, with them, it was a bit of a challenge and they didn't manage to bring someone. But I said to them, okay, so next time what we do is, instead of meeting you one-on-one, you bring 3 to 5 people and we do a group discussion. Where I can introduce it to them. You don't even need to tell them anything because you actually don't know much yet, because you just found out about this. So that is how I'm starting to evolve one of my favorite way of introducing the business, which is one-on-ones, into these little mini groups rather, so that I'm not just speaking to one person, because like I say, even after that meeting, I'm so exhausted. Like, it takes a lot of energy out of me to do that session. And I go all out, I go very deep. I use everything that I've learned over the years, to get the most out of that. So by the time we're done with that meeting, I know, like Hazel always says, you know a lot about the person, you know how you can help them, and etc. In one case, I even recorded the meeting, and that obviously allowed me then to use AI to do a summary for me as well. So I'm finding ways to use technology now to really boost my productivity. It's something I want to share with you guys at some point. So yeah, that is a brief summary of what I've done so far, and it's only upwards from here. Thank you, guys.
Russell, I've learned something now, but I just want you to tell us when you asked AI to summarize it for you, was there much taken out? Do you perhaps know from so many minutes to so many minutes it went down to? Because I think I must do that with my recording when I speak to someone, so that I can also stop talking to them too much.
You can do that as well, I suppose. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can do that. I just never thought to do it to the second. And time also wasn't something I was monitoring in terms of per minute or per hour. I was more monitoring the dates that I speak to the person and a follow-up date. So it's actually something interesting that I should try, and then I'll get back to you on how to do it or how it works. Yeah, because I understand what you mean, like actually tracking the micro things in that meeting, not just the macro stuff. That's very interesting. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Kulsum, you on mute. You mute, yeah.
Rashida, can you take over?
Can
Thank
I?
you.
My hand is up. My
Oh,
hand
your
is
hand is
up.
up. Sorry. Okay. There we go.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Kulsum. I just want to say something before Rashida do a exciting talk. Fawzia Holland, she came on late and she didn't hear what we were saying about her. And I just wanted to let Fawzia know that we are super proud of her. She's just at the doorstep of reaching a status. You can do it, Fawzia. You're there. I just said now you almost by reaching your status, and so far you did excellent. You did well done. The whole team did. So I just wanted to encourage you. Yeah, in public. No pressure. But you're almost there. You just need a few PVs, and then you're making your status. Okay, thank you, Kulsum. Just to make Fawzia feel good.
Thank you very
How
much.
far she
And
came.
Fawzia, do you see what you can miss out if you come late? If it wasn't for Judy, we would have passed you. Thank you very much, Judy, for the reminder. Can we hear from anyone else from any team? Anyone that just want to say, you heard Ndebo, you heard the other side of what she thought was not enough to feedback, and the excitement I had for her. So nothing is too little. The mere fact that you are here on this group shows that you are still wanting to grow your business. And that's important because it's for you. It's not for anyone else. If you weren't here, what could we have done if you weren't here? But you are here. So sorry for those who are sending messages. I'm not so clued up here with the messages, but we'll see. So anyone else quickly, if there's anyone else that wants to give feedback on their week. Rashida, do you want to say anything? Because I think Judy gave a rundown of the week. So I know you had something exciting, very, very exciting on Friday morning. And we don't really do Friday mornings, but we had one. So would you like to just share your excitement, or are you okay with what Judy has, the feedback Judy gave?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and good evening, everybody. Yes, yeah. I am lost for words. For the first time, I'm lost for words. You must remember, people, I qualified last in January, my status. And I had a startup in January. That was my last startup. And I was battling. My team was battling. one of my team members is down with cancer, and she was my running team at the time, my running leg, because I was running with her. And then she stopped running and I stopped running. I went away on Umrah and I came back. And, things just didn't seem to go my way. But you never ever saw me one day coming to DC and I was die beswaard, soos die Hazel sê. I was excited every time I came to DC. Nobody knew that what I was going through. But, I said to myself last month, I said to Hazel also, I said to Hazel, July is the month when I'm going to qualify. I said, come high or low waters, I'm going to qualify. And I think the whole team, and I think when you as an upline, you have your eye on the ball, like Yasmina said. My eye was on my ball, and I knew that I was going to make it because I could see how my team was working. And I must say, and say shukran to the team for the effort that they've put in to make this month a success. Because without the team, we as uplines, we cannot do it on our own. With a team, we can achieve so much more than doing it on our own. Even sometimes we feel we want to do it, we cannot. We need the support of the team. We need to work with our team. We need to support our teams. And that is what this month brought for us, Like Auntie said, Fridays, I don't work. I don't work in my business because Friday is a day where I just take it. It's for myself. I need spiritual upliftment for the week to come. But I had this person been putting off every time she say I must come, and then something happens. It's either meeting or it's DC or it's this and that. And then she said to me, it's either Monday or a Friday. Oh my God! And then Monday I had a meeting again. And I said, Auntie, Friday we have to go. And it was a teacher with a creche, and she has got a husband and a son has got challenges. She ended up just buying my diluted cleaning products, and I left a to Z booklet with her because she's going to speak to her son about the product. And then I said to Auntie, I just need to go visit my mother's friend because she kept on saying to my mother, I must come visit her. And I sold 10 packets of Pro Vitality on a Friday. And I thought to myself, look how God blessed me for Friday. And I said, Auntie, I thought I was just going to share the information and we're going to come home because it's Jum'ah, I want to go to Jum'ah and that. But it just shows you, whatever God wants you to earn and to have, He will give it to you. Doesn't matter what day it is. And when you decide to change the day or the time, you just go and do it. And that is what attitude is about. Never ever let your negative attitude impact on your business or the either people in your business, your team. Never let your team see or know how you feel. Always be positive. And that is where I am. For 5 months, I was carrying this heaviness on my shoulder, feeling very bad because I didn't qualify. I didn't, for the first time since, I think it was since last year, I think July or June, last year, June, I didn't qualify for the retail, And for me, it was hard. But I always smiled. I always had a positive attitude, and nobody knew what was going on with Rashida. Because Rashida's always happy. Rashida's always, doing this, that, and is always busy with this one, that one. And I always try to make people feel good about themselves. I never see bad in people unless they prove me wrong. So when I just want to talk about attitude. What is attitude? A person's attitude is the evaluation of something, like a person, a place, a thing, or an idea. Attitudes can either be positive, or it can be negative, or it can be neutral. And that is what I was. I was neutral, positive, And I was neutral because if I had to be diepe swart, like Hazel always say, my team would have felt it. They would have seen it. But because of us as uplines, showing our team that there is, life in your life. That's why I think it's in your life. There's life in your life. Because if I could have given up any time, and I could have and I'm sure if I had to give up, my team would probably have just also given up. Because if Rashida don't succeed, how can we succeed? Maybe they would have had that mindset. But I didn't. I'm still here. And like Auntie said, and like Judy also said, the fact that we are still here show us that we have a good, positive attitude. Now, let me just give you a rundown what this attitude really means. And this is what I got from Charlie at Acres. I just opened my book and I got this and I thought, wow, this is fantastic. Believe what we talk. We must believe what we talk. We must believe what we say. And we must believe in the business. I stand for abundance. T stand for tolerance. And the other T stand for thoughtfulness. The I is standing for inspiring. The other T stand for thriving. The U stand for uniqueness. The D stand for determination. And the E for endurance. Look how beautiful is that. That is a self-talk. Attitude, it's a self-talk. And that is something that we need to wake up in the morning with. We have to go sleep with it in the evening. We have to walk with it during the day. That is what attitude is. And then I got something from the Summit 2025 on attitude. Positive attitude is a feeling with inside yourself. You can measure your attitude the way you feel. And they say, you must have a good self-talk. Have a good self-talk because you are born with it. It's built in yourself. What you tell yourself is what you will achieve. Now, a powerful self-talk. The subconscious mind feeds the conscious mind. What we subconsciously think of ourselves feeds the conscious mind. And we are winners. We are all winners. Whether we think we're not capable, but we are. And we need to say it to ourselves. We need to talk to ourselves. We need to talk to others. We have to support each other. All the above, like Hazel said, this 2025, it's a gift from the above. God has given us this gift. Give yourself the check up from the neck up. Just listen to this. Give yourself a check up from the neck up. What does it mean? Your mind. You tell your mind, your subconscious mind, so that it can feed the conscious mind. So that is what I got from Acres, and I got that from the Summit 2025. Now I've got 4 questions here. Okay, let's make it 3 questions. What was your attitude towards the business? And how did you change it? And how do you see your business now? So I'm going to call on people now. That is my first question. Okay, let's start at the bottom. Zikona, who's Zikona's iPhone? Zikona's iPhone? Is that Zuki?
Hello.
Hello, Zikona.
Hi,
How are you, my dear?
Rashida.
Oh, who's it?
I'm good, thanks, and you?
I'm good, thank you, my
Hi.
dear. Who's speaking?
Yes, my name is Zikona.
Oh, Zikona. Okay, Zikona, how are you, my dear? And welcome to the
I'm
team.
good,
Welcome
thanks.
to the team. Welcome to the team.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, my dear. So did you hear the question?
I was just writing your questions, but now I got distracted when I heard my name.
Okay, the question is, what was your attitude towards the business? And when you change it, how is your business now? At the beginning, no? At the beginning, what was your attitude like towards your
Okay.
business? And how is it now when you changed it?
My attitude with the business, I kept hearing my mom speak of the business with her upline, but I was not interested. I was like, it's an old people's things. Like they always complaining about bones and everything. So I was like, no, it's probably for old people. So I wasn't interested. But then I went to one of the presentations in Montague with my mom. My mom is Njebo, by the way. And then that is where I got to see the lady that did the presentation of LDC. And then I believed in the product. I believed that it worked, and I wanted to experience it first. So I actually bought Pro Vitality just to see if this thing actually works as good as the people that were there said it did. And then I got to experience the product and I saw that it did work. So I joined the business I think I joined sometime in July. Was it the 11th of July? So I'm quite new, but my attitude did change indeed, because I did see that the products do work, and I did feel the warmth of the people that were there. Like it was a little community and the people were friendly. Yeah, so I'm still learning about the business. There's not much that I can say now about the business, but I'm quite excited to sell the products and to introduce it to my people. So yeah.
Rashida? Rashida, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Wait, I'm sorry, I'm struggling. I'm also writing messages for one of my downloads because she wants to place an order. Sorry, man. Thank you so much. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Just look at a new person starting in July. Just look at the attitude. She didn't like. She thought, oh, it's old people's business. But look there, she's prepared to sell. And this is what this business is all about. It's about changing our attitude from negative to positive. Okay, I'm going to ask the second question because I don't think we've got a lot of time. Okay, I think the next question is, I think she also answered, what did you gain after you changed your attitude? Let me just see, who can I ask? What did you gain after you changed your attitude from, okay, I'll ask Gail. Gail, you will be able to give me a good answer. Gail?
Hi, Rashida. Okay, so firstly, I need to say what was when I changed my attitude towards my business, and how did I change my attitude toward my business before I can say what I gained out of it. Change my attitude out of my business is realizing that this is my own business. And if you take it as your own business, everybody in your team is yours. It belongs to your business. And when you start working with your team, that is where you get success in your business, because this is a people's business. You cannot do this business on your own. And that is what I gained when I started working with my team, and when I started changing my attitude towards my own business and taking it as my own business. Thank you.
Thank you, Gail. Fantastic. Can you see, people? Neolife is a community. Neolife is team building. It's teamwork. So here's the upline. You need to work with your team. And I saw that when I started working with Latifa's leg. You know, we were running, you know, like crazy, you know, and then God had plans for her. And then God wanted to teach me something that nobody is actually going to be on this world forever. You know, we're all going to go sometime, but you that is left behind that are healthy, what are you going to do about it, Rashida? What are you going to do about it? Are you also going to now become negative and not put in an effort? You know, and this is what this business is about, and putting effort into what you want to achieve. So my next question, how do we keep a positive attitude amongst all the negativity? And I'm going to ask that for Shahid and Yasmina. Shahid and Yasmina, are you on call? Okay. Mariam, can I ask you that question? Mariam?
Yes, I'm struggling with getting my my mute off. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can,
Hello?
Mariam. Yes,
Okay,
we can.
Mark and
We can
Auntie
hear you.
Rashida, need just quickly the attitude. What did just quickly, Mark, because I was trying to struggle.
How do we keep a positive attitude against negativity?
Okay, so how do I keep, we're all human. We have a lot in our life. So we just say to ourselves, we put yourself down, your dreams, because if you don't put your dreams down, you basically, it's just wishes. So I look at my dreams. Doesn't matter my timelines. I still talk that positive, my daily inspiration, my self-talk, that my dream is nobody's dreams other than mine. So whoever gives me knows, and whether the other people that's in the business feel that they are not whatever they want to do, I tell myself this is my business. I know and I believe in my products and I believe in my goals. So when I'm down, I might take a nap. I might go on my prayer mat, and this is not coming from my heart. I cry my heart out. I pray to the one, and when I get up there, I feel uplifted. And I just say, take a number and just move, as I've already shared my story about last month. And we all know everyone goes through their thing, but at the end of the day, we know that God Almighty can create miracles. And every day you thank the Lord that you open up your eyes, and whatever you take out from the day at the end of the day, and that is what basically has been pushing me. And I got re-energized, because we are human and you get down, just don't give up. Your dreams, it's your dreams, nobody else's dreams. Shukran, thank you.
Shukran, Mariam. Well said. Well said. Okay, I'm just going to call on one more person, and I think we're going to call it the evening because it's already 25 to 9. Okay. Anything that you want to share about attitude? Anything. It doesn't matter what it is. And maybe let me see, what can I ask? Marlene, would you like to share anything about attitude? Marlene Maka? Marlene's not available. Okay. Maybe I can ask, who's Honor? Is that Gail? Gail is Honor, no? Is Gail Honor? No, Gail is not Honor. Who's Honor? Nobody knows who Honor is? Honor X5? Okay. Okay, let me ask Auntie Fauzia. Auntie Fauzia, do you want to share anything about attitude? Auntie Fauzia, you're going to open your mic? Okay, Russell. Russell, do you want to share anything about
I,
attitude?
yes, I think what I will share about attitude is that the concept of being an example uh, when the when the setback or when the challenge isn't yours. So showing that you don't have to become you don't have to necessarily show the disappointment when a downline or a prospect doesn't meet their goals, for example. Um, and the example that I've got is one of my prospects that was trying to now obviously save up for a kid and whatever, and something happened in his life, and the money just wasn't there in the time that he wanted it to happen. And I happened to run into him face to face, and I couldn't afford to show any disappointment or any negativity towards the situation, because at the end of the day we need to be that example. And so my natural instinct then was to just encourage and to be positive and to remind him that, look, this is not going to be your first setback. I mean, it's not going to be your last setback, sorry. It's your first one now, but it's not going to be your last one. And all you need to do is simply just basically show that yourself that you can still do it. And so he was very happy with the fact that I didn't become negative when he told me that there's a delay in his plans and whatever. He was so happy to know that I could show him that positivity in terms of my how can I say, my belief in him, that he can still do it, and not have to have a setback feel like a failure, but a setback is just what it initially is just a delay. It's just the timing that's different. So that's what I have to share on that topic, Rashida. Thank you.
Thank you, Russell. Absolutely. Yeah. We as uplines, we need to be strong leaders. Sometimes it's tough, but we still have to smile, put a smile on our dial, and just say it's okay. If you don't achieve it, it's okay. It's your business. Nobody's going to keep a gun to your head to say no, but you have to. And nobody depends on anybody's PV. Each one must work for their own. You work as a team. And at the end of the day, is how much you put in. So, Judy, do you would like to say something before I end off? And Auntie, maybe you want to
Yes,
just
I
share
want
something?
Kulsum can end off for us, but before she does, thank you for a very good presentation, Rashida. Thank you. As always, you always do a good job. When you do something, you do it with your whole heart. I just want to correct something about Fauzia Holland. I checked earlier on after I spoke about her, I checked what the team did again. And then I saw that Fauzia Holland made a status as executive manager. She made it. And here I said that she's almost there and she can do it, and she made it. I just want to congratulate her and just correct that. Yeah, your team did very well, really. Rashida and Kulsum and Miriam. Well done, Fauzia. I just corrected that, eh? Kulsum, over
Thank
to
you,
you.
Judy, for that, Judy.
Pleasure.
Well done,
Thank
Fauzi. Well done, team. Proud of you. Auntie,
Well
want
done,
to say
Rashida.
something before I end up? Thank you, Judy.
Okay,
Auntie, want to
Kulsum.
say something?
I only want to thank Rashida really for, putting everything in always. You can ask her. Last time it was my thingy this afternoon again with Rashida. Rashida, help me out. And Rashida did just that. So shukran very much. Thank you. And to all the winners. And Debo, I'm including you here. You're a winner. And everyone on this group, I want to say again, we're all winners, because if we weren't interested in our business, we weren't going to be here tonight. I can't see my video, so I'm not sure, what the effects is, but I want to say to everybody, thank you so much for coming on. It was last minute, I know, that we put it up, but to all those who had so much of attitude to get to their status, to qualify in their status. The Mariams, the Fauzias, the Yasmina and Shaheeds, the Gails, the Marlenes, the
Wholesome.
Natalie didn't
Wholesome.
talk. You made it and you had an attitude to make it. And I wanted that to come out tonight. But it did in a big way. There is just not enough time to explode it out of proportion. But I want to say to you guys, girls, boys, big girls, I want to say, well done. And don't worry about anyone. What you have made it. You said it to yourself and you did it. So shukran, Rashida. You can, I don't know, you want to still say something before Judy
Yeah, I
closes?
just want to end off with the thoughts and beliefs. And I think this is so appropriate for especially for our team, you know, for the new month coming in. Thoughts and beliefs. Your self-talk motivates you. Get rid of fear. Fear is not from God, but it's from the devil. Pray is your key to the ultimate success. Believe in God. Believe in the products. Believe in yourself. Believe in duplication. Believe in positivity. Believe in insight. Believe in work. Remember, Charlie said work. You know, we have to work. Fear stands for false evidence appearing real. Let's break away from the shackles of fear and never underestimate the power of positive attitudes. Thank you very much, people.
Amen.
God bless. Yes, yes. Amen.
Wow.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you
Thank
so much.
you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you. Thank you,
everybody.
everybody. And sorry for
Thank
Thank you
going
very
over the
much.
time. Okay, thanks. Bye.